Everyone who knows me in real life, and even some who are quote-unquote only online friends, knows that I am a very patriotic man. I love my country. So much so that I am a third-generation military veteran. My youngest son is the fourth generation. Every one of us has served or is serving in the United States Army. My maternal grandfather lost a leg while fighting the Germans in Europe during World War II. My father was an artillery commander in Vietnam. I came to within about an hour of going to Panama in 1989 for Operation Just Cause, and I was leaving the Army during the buildup of forces for Desert Shield and Desert Storm. My son, and namesake, is presently serving, and about to enter airborne training in preparation for his next posting, something that, much like his initial enlistment, both thrills and terrifies me. All of that backstory is just to let you know that Memorial Day means a lot to me. More than a day off from work, or barbecues, or mattress store sales, and discounted car prices at your local dealership. I don't mind these things, but they're ancillary to the day at best. At worst, they're crass commercialism. But I've noticed in recent years that many people, if not most, don't really recognize the significance of the day, or just don't care. And to be perfectly honest, I really don't know which is worse. What you're about to hear is something I wrote a few years ago, in an attempt to get people to understand what the day is really about, remembering the honored dead. Those who lost their lives in service to this country. They never got to come home, at least not in a way that their loved ones would have wanted them to. I hope these words will put Memorial Day into perspective for those willing to listen to them and understand the meaning behind them. I also hope I can get through it without bawling my eyes out. We volunteered. We stood watch while you slept, but we volunteered. We were the line between civilized people and savages, but we volunteered. We lost precious friends, blood brothers, and treasured sisters as you went about your lives, but we volunteered. We safeguarded your freedoms, even as you take them for granted, but we volunteered. We threw ourselves into the fray, fended off the wolves, so you could rest easy, but we volunteered. Do not grieve long for us, for we have completed our work here. We have left this battle for the peace of God's love. Instead, celebrate that we lived. Remember us all the days of your lives. Remember our brothers and sisters who still fight and die for you. Remember the mothers and fathers, wives and husbands, sons and daughters we left behind. So go to your barbecues, your parties, your fireworks. We don't mind. For had our check not been cashed, we'd likely do the same. All we ask is that you teach your children what this day is really about. Teach them to love America, despite her faults and foibles. Instruct them in the ways of freedom, so that they might realize the sacrifices that were made so they could be free. We now stand with our brothers and sisters in an unbroken line that stretches back to the founding of this great nation. We stand with mighty company. We pray that the day comes when no more need join us, but until that day, know that we would do it again if it was asked of us. We volunteered, so you didn't have to.